what characteristics do you think it takes for someone to become a successful lawyer? Because a lot of people get into law. I would say obviously most people don't become extremely successful.
I would say it takes a number of things. A lawyer or any other profession. A person has to start thinking when he's 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, what interests me and how can I affect the world for the good and the positive. I have to go work in a non-for-profit, or I have to be a rabbi or clergy to affect the world, but it's certainly not true. I'll give you an example. Our law firm was featured in the New York Times. A woman called me. She was in her 90s, well into her 90s. So obviously I'm an Orthodox Jew, very, very visible with my beard and my yarmulke. So she said to me that she grew up observant, but she no longer is observant. But she wanted to call me and tell me how proud she was to see an outwardly observant Jewish man in the New York Times. That in her day, it was unheard of something like this to happen. But the first thing is that a person has to find out what he's interested in. So what I'm trying to convey is every single person where he is placed through his natural intuition of what he's drawn to. Let's say your father's in the real estate world. In the real estate world, he can bring tremendous goodness to the world. Those everyday interactions in the business world. So a person has to first and foremost to be passionate, to care, and to not suffer burnout, like you said. You have to find out what you like to do, what you're passionate about, what you're interested in. And that could be so many different things. And you can bring light and goodness into so many different areas of the world. That's first and foremost. The second thing that a person has to do is they have to develop a very serious work ethic. Now, if you ask 100 people, and look, for better or for worse, I've had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of employees. If you ask 100 people, are you a hard worker? 95 will say yes, and 5 will say most of the time. But really, a person has to understand what hard work means and also what smart work means. And to me, really what it means is consistency, reliability. You know, we've seen many, many superstars that have come and gone in my business, in our law firm. But superstars, you know, they're stars. They come and they rise and they fade and they're gone. But really, the top performers are consistently, day in, day out, dependable. And in that way, a person's able to get to a very, very big place.